All right. Toastmasters. No guest. How many of us here read books or have a favorite author? Mostly everybody in the room. Now, how many of us have heard the term, don't judge a book by its cover? Common term here in America. Now, when people look at you, you are the cover of your own book. People can look at you and determine, based on your ethnicity, determine where you're going to be in life. By the moment you're born, what neighborhood you were born in, where you come from, what your family background is. The moment you were born, society has already determined whether you're going to be medium, wealthy, poor, lower class, very wealthy, what neighborhoods you're going to live in, what neighborhoods your children will live in, things of that nature, because you are the cover of your book. And society, they love to judge based on what you look like, based on your background. Your book is written the moment you were born. Now, I come from the inner city in Rochester, New York. And being born in the inner city, supposed to be dead or in jail by the age of 21. That's what was written for me in my book before I was even born. And then I joined the Army as a Cavalry Scout. Very dangerous job. Once again, I was supposed to not make it from the battlefield. And then I got injured while serving in Iraq. Got shot by a sniper. Got hit in my femoral artery. And once again, my book was written for me. Doctor said, nobody survives this injury. It's a miracle. David, we don't know how you made it. 9 out of 10 people who have this injury, they don't make it. And it was at that time I had to write my own book. And state of society, you know, I may be the cover of the book, but once you open it, you'll be amazed. You'll be blown away by the contents that are inside of my book.
Your order's ready. Order for Ben.
Just like everyone here today, we all come from different backgrounds, families, cultural settings. Some people weren't born here in America, but we all decided to write our own book, and we continue to write our own book. And the chapters in these books are the years that we live. We have some people who are middle-aged. We have some people who are younger in life, some people who are a little bit up in life. But every single year, you have the ability to write your own book. And you know what's great about books? They have series. So we have children in the room today. That's a continuation of a book. That's chapter 1, or that's series 1, and that's series 2. And based on what you write in your original book, the second and your third book will be just as good. And then we can say to society, well, you know, all the critics, because America loves our critics, we love Rotten Tomatoes. If you're not guaranteed fresh, you're rotten. Nobody wants to see you. So when we're born, the critics have already written our book. Well, David's born in Rochester, New York. He lives on Avenue D. Well, we wrote his book for him. He'll be in jail, Rochester City Jail, by the age of 21. But at the age of 16, chapter 16 of my book, I decided, no. I'm going to be something. I'm going to join the Army, and I'm going to make something of myself. Those critics were wrong. Now, how many of you here have read a book or watched a movie that had bad reviews, but when you watched it or read the book, you were blown away? Many people in the room. Exactly. Because the first thing that we do is we challenge these critics. who get paid to write reviews and say, you know, I'm going to read this for myself. I'm going to read this book. I'm not going to let people, I'm not going to judge based on the cover what's inside this book.
Order for Sarah?
Or I'm not going to let the poster or the trailer that I see in this movie decide how I'm going to view this. Because what I like, you may not like. My opinion of this book or movie is not going to be yours. And every single day, we defy stereotypes. How many people in here have been told that you won't amount to anything? Or people like you can only get this far in corporate America, in whatever field that you work in. If you own a small business, you'll make it, but you won't make it far. But what do we tend to do every single year is we defy and we challenge those critics and say, why not? Because you're not writing my book for me, I am.
Yeah.
I'm the author of my book. And if you read my preview, or if you read what those critics said about me and my book, you wouldn't read it. You wouldn't give me the time of day. You wouldn't respond to my emails. You wouldn't pick up my phone calls. You wouldn't even listen to my voicemails. But now, when other people read your book, the word spreads. It goes viral, like we like to say here in America. It goes viral, and people say, man, have you read Jeff's book? It's awesome. Jeff is doing all this great stuff, but the critics in society said Jeff wasn't going to be what he was supposed to be. Well, you know what? Jeff, just like everyone here today, they decide what's in their book. And every single day, with every single chapter, we write our own book. And we defy America, and we defy those critics every single day. And no matter what chapter you're on in your book, the great thing about life is there's going to be another chapter. And if you make a mistake in the previous chapter, that was just foreshadowing to how great you're going to be, or how your book is going to end. Because God knows I've made mistakes. Have you made mistakes? Have you made mistakes? But look where we are today. When I see Miss Marcia, I don't see mistakes. When I see Miss Sophie, I don't see mistakes. That's because they have the power to write their own books. So I challenge you all today, get out there, start writing your book. Madam Sophie.